Hello, welcome back. If you remember from my last video on my Creality Falcon A1, it took a dump on me. I was talking to the reps from Creality, so what they did was they sent me out a new motherboard because that's what we're all thinking. The problem is, now here's a new motherboard. So hopefully everything lines up the way it's supposed to line up. And it looks like I'll have to do some different stuff because of the airline, because I'm not seeing it right here. Alright, so what we'll do first is, take off this panel here and the Allen key, or the Allen key that came with the unit. It should just fit right in and loosen them all up. It looks like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So let me go ahead and get all those undone, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, now that I got those 12 screws out, what we will do now is try and get these panels out of here. You should just detach fairly easy, hopefully. And then we'll just set them to the side. Let's see if I can't get this one out. Scooch that over there. Oh. And that's it for that. And then there's your motherboard. And then it looks like there's 4 more screws to undo in each corner. Sorry about that. I think what I'm going to do with you is sit you up right there. And it looks like you can see everything, hopefully. Yeah, it looks like all these screws are pretty much about the same size. Sorry about my hands being in your way. Back you up a little. try not to lose the screws. They're dinky, real dinky. And they got these jammed on here. They don't have to be on this tight. I don't know why they did that. Oh, yeah, first of all, what I did is unplug everything off of the side, excuse me, off the unit. That way there's no power going to it whatsoever. I just stuck everything right here for right now because that's my room that I have. Yes, hold on. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this side panel here, just because that's the way this has got to come out, because if you don't, that bar right there, you'll never get it out. And then what I'll do is show you guys how many plugs there are on this, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I took the 6 screws out, one in each corner and one in top and bottom in the middle. So let's see how this is going to go. I does not know. Let's see. Set you guys down. Get stuff out of my way. Wonder if I have to unhook anything. Looks like I do. On the inside here, let's see what we have to unhook. Looks like this one. Well, it looks like it's just zip ties holding this back piece on. So it looks like I'm going to have to get some zip ties, because it did not come with zip ties, because the hose right here needs to be zip tied. Alright, let's see. I can't take some of these. Sorry for all the moving around here. Alright, I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so when I was trying to take that off, there is 4 screws right there. And what you're going to want to do is use your smallest Allen key and take those off, and then that should come off after you undo that zip tie. And then you'll have to take these off to put onto the new motherboard, because they don't ship with new ones. You think they would. I think you would want all freshy fresh in it, which is fine. I'm going to keep these ones separate from the other ones because they're a different size Allen key. And all the other screws that I took out are all exactly the same size. And the new motherboard for these spacer things, I guess they are. I'm not sure what they are. On the new motherboard, they're basically in the same spots that these ones come out of. So you don't want to change anything around because something might not line up when you put it back together. Sorry for being so close. I'm trying to do camera and this at the same time. And now it should, yeah, just lift off. And on these here, when you take the wiring out, they're little, like, sort of push deals that you gotta push in and pull out. Just be careful with them because they are fragile. With the new motherboard, set it here. Hope and pray these come right off, and they do. Ooh, these are extra sticky. I think I'm going to put these like right in the middle, where they're supposed to be, not off to the side. See? Pretty. But the only thing I don't see on this one is the QR code and that right there, which is to me a little bit worrisome. And just a little push down and plug everything back in, and I will be right back with you. Okay, and for the wiring, just put it back the way everything lines up. And everything lining up pretty good so far. When you hear that little click is when you know you have them in. Don't force them in, don't jam them in. Just put them in place until they click in. See? Click. Click. And do not forget to put in your zip tie. And the hole somewhere in here. Probably should have done this before I started putting the wires on. I like torturing myself, so I'm good with that. There, got it. You don't want to tighten it up too much, just enough to hold it. And then you take your snips, cut it, fling it across the room, call it good. This right back on here. And look for the one I dropped, this one right here, to go right here, because the zip tie is in the way. Now grab your backer, where you turn everything on. Because it's got cords on it also, right there. And then these two for your on-off, emergency stop, and key. Let me get this hooked up and I will get right back with you. Okay. Doing these screws here, the inside diameter is smaller than the ones for the inside of the unit. These ones here are bigger because these won't go in, and you'll figure that out as soon as you try and put one of them in. Alright, let me get the back plate on. Let me go ahead and clean these up real quick. I'll be right back again. Sorry about this. Okay, everything's back together now. I'm going to swap out my doohickey here. Put everything back together. Don't forget to put the 4 screws back in to where they belong, because if you don't, it's not going to be good. This one, and air pump, and key, whatever I did with it. Turn it on there. Close the doors, see what happens. Ah. Okay, that's a good sign. It kicked on. Get rid of some of this stuff. Let me throw a board in here real quick, just to see if we get anything. let me log on to my computer here. Let's see. New framework version release for your upgrade now. Hang on, let me just doing an upgrade on it because it's brand new. Oh, firmware upgrade failed. Please make sure that your device connection and network connection are stable. Let's frame this. Hang on, let me change battery real quick. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to recalibrate the laser. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and do the frame. It's framing, light's green. See that? Okay. Let me hit the stop frame. And go ahead and start. Okay, here we go. Well, that just happened. Brand new motherboard. Oh shoot. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to get a hold of Creality and figure out what is going on. But I will be posting this. Alright guys, I'll let you know in a week or two what happens. Talk to you guys then. Bye.